let's just move with that concept of, so just pause, but in your pause, close your eyes and start feeling just the body. Tuck the tailbone, stretch up long. How does your low back feel today? So I want you to specifically just think of the low back. Mine's a little tight. It's more tight from biking and walking and hiking than it is from swimming. But finding that movement, right? What does it feel like today? You can go back in your memory to remember when you woke up and there wasn't the stiffness, right? Can we even remember that far back? But honestly, I think one of the best gifts we can give ourselves is to every morning, instead of saying, it used to be like this, or it used to be like this, just express gratitude for what it is right now. So try and do that. Eyes closed. Go ahead and just put your hands on your thighs. You can lock the elbows a little bit if you want, because you're just going to hold still here. Just breathe. With this a little bit of a lean forward, a little bit of just an understanding of the gift this body is, even the aged body. Bow your head, tucking your chin. Pull shoulders away from the chin tuck. So pull those shoulders down the back and the chin is tucking. Feel that stretch on the back of the neck. And then just slowly, you're going to turn your head side to side. So my nose is facing down. And as I turn my head side to side, my chin just moves up. Go ahead and hold it over to one side. Breathe. Breathe to where on one side of the neck, I feel the twist and I feel the length of the muscle. On the other side of the neck, I feel a contraction and still a little twist. Kind of just feel that. And then will you move kind of just up and down with your head and feel how the contraction deepens and it lengthens. Notice that the one side, the stretch lengthens and then it contracts. This is our body. Go ahead and come back through center, nose down, and then bring it up. And just kind of bobble your head. Pause. Whatever side you went to, can you feel the other side saying, it's my turn? Our body will tell us this, okay? But we gotta listen and then we have to act. Dang, that's that act thing. Tuck your chin. Pull the chin towards the chest, pull the shoulders away and down the back. Find that stretch on the back of the neck, and then start just the chin moving side to side. Nose kind of faces down, but then moves to the side. And then on this next breath, stop on the opposite side. And then your head is just gonna like go up and down like it's waving to me. And notice the difference. Notice the contraction on one side, this stretch. The contraction on the other side, this. So just going back and forth. Then pause. Take some deep breaths and really feel gratitude for this neck. It supports your head all day long. Come all the way back, up, and bobble your head again. I want you to think about what your neck's done. How many of you have read in the last day or two? Read a book, studied, okay? This, right, is supporting that. What if you didn't have that? How would it be to do this and not be able to? I've actually got a friend that his neck joint has never kind of hinged, and so he's always constantly, and then he'll go like this and hold, and they haven't been able to fix it.
I have a friend in the land of when she was in an accident and her neck bone was severed. And so it didn't break her spinal cord. She was not paralyzed. But they had to put in all kinds of things
to
to
hold.
connect her neck and her head again. And she, she's very stiff. She can't, move very much. But can you imagine that she can still have use of her whole body?
I bet she feels such a sense of gratitude. So we can focus on the things that are ailing us: hips, low back, okay, knees, shoulders, right? We can do that. Or we can kind of make sure that we're moving, and in that movement, we're feeling gratitude. Okay? Inhale, sweep those arms up.
When she was baptized, she had to have two people that were one to baptize and one to for her.
Yeah. Oh, an interesting life, but she still has her use of her limbs.
Yes.
Reverse that. Notice that as you keep your hands up here, can you feel how they start to get a little tingly? Okay, that's nerve. They also get a little, I feel kind of, I can feel the blood. I can feel the heaviness, gravity reaching against those hands, reaching up, and then let them drop and feel. Not only do we have this body, we have this body that has sensation that if we will stop and pay attention, we'll know what's going on. Or we'll know that something's going on, that we need to make some changes, that something's not right. Take some really deep breaths. And then we're going to start on our feet again too. So bring a block out front. It's the ball of the foot that blocks forward enough so that your knee's at a right angle. Pull the heel down. Now, if that is an easy maneuver, like, okay, my heel's down, my ball of the foot is on, and there isn't really much of a stretch, you just turn it over and find it a little longer. If you got a really long foot, I do not. That stretch. Find the calf muscle. Okay, I want you to think in terms just like we did our neck. We lift it up and take it down. Lift it up and take it down. Okay, this is working, lengthening, contracting, lengthening, contracting. Our whole body is built in this opposites like this. Come up and go down. Hey, we got you a chair. Come up and go down. Come up and then hold down. Let the knee go side to side. Push that heel down.
No, he had a fall.
Oh
One day he was walking out to get the mail.
Yeah.
Walked downstairs, thought he was on the last step, and he lost it. Fell, and when he came in the house, he had his handkerchief there. He had 3 little cuts by his eyebrows, but none of them were big enough for stitches, so we just cleaned them up. And of course, it all drained out. He's got this horrible shiner.
Yeah, big shiner.
But he didn't realize that he also hit his
Ribs.
And the last couple of days, he's been in so much pain. He's having a hard time sleeping, so he just went to the emergency care to see if they could give him any kind of pain.
Yeah.
So it was for concussion.
No concussion.
You checked very carefully. I kept checking his body, and my thyroid, because he didn't get sick of his stomach.
Continuing to do this while we visit.
So it's just, his eyes look horrible, but twitches are painful. And
then roll through the ankle.
So do you think he break bones and
well, and didn't do anything to?
No, because it's the left. See, his pacemaker's on his left side. It's the right side he fell on.
Right.
Yeah, so it's this side.
Yeah. Alrighty, and then take it off. Go ahead and reach it up. Now we've done this before, but it's been a while. The heel is going to go over the edge. And then this foot is going to come behind it. You're going to have to put it down and push the toes into the block. So you're like, I can't see that at all. Let me turn it to the side and show you. Okay, so you're here, the heel is reaching, this toe is here, and I'd like you to push the block forward while your heel holds it back. Okay, you're going to feel that up into the back of the thigh. You will definitely feel it on this leg that's pushing. So I really want it to be, notice how my block, and you, yeah, just do it down here. Notice how my block actually kind of wiggles a little bit side to side, and it's because I'm pushing so hard with this leg. Pull back with the heel. Pull back with the heel. Let the knee bend, because when you bend the knee, you can get into that hamstring better. Then I want you to roll forward and pull back with the heel again. Your toes should be getting a little mushed. These toes, yes? We're doing screaming toe with that. And then release, come up, shake it out, okay? Beautifully done. Let's go to the other side. Start, foot, ball of the foot on the edge, heel towards the ground. Yeah, move it even more forward for your knee. You need more space. There you go. Just lengthen that heel down. And again, if you find that it's like, well, that's not really much of a stretch, go a little higher. Totally doable. But you're reaching the heel towards the floor. You're just finding that, and then come up and just notice this extends, this contracts, this contracts, this extends. This opposition, this polarizing, creating balance, okay? So when we get out of balance, and I feel like when we do the most important things consecutively every day, right? Somehow that helps me stay in balance. I think it's because we have to stop to really pay attention to the consistent action, and it stops this fluttery, running around with the head cut off kind of action. We do that with our bodies. Go ahead and release, come up and find the roll. When we hurt somewhere, I'm not saying that you should never take ibuprofen. That is not what I'm saying. But oftentimes, if we sit stationary for a long period of time, when you get up, you will be sore. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All of us are in this room are over 60, right? A lot of us are a little higher. A lot of us are getting closer to a little higher, That's what's going to happen.
That's okay.
And it's okay. Our body still does so much well. Okay, go ahead. Bring it down. Let's do this last one. Okay, heel long, toe on the block, and pull back with the heel. It's engaging the calf, it's engaging the back of the leg all the way, and just push forward with the toes. Let these toes munch up like this. Let them lift and push into the block, and push hard. Feel your leg. This is a quadricep. Feel it engage. You might feel a little over the knee. That's really good for the knee, okay? And then release. Take it off. Shake them out. Okay. Next one is going to be here. Right above the ankle bone, push the block. You're still at a right angle. So feet a little bit more. Can you get your heels down? Yeah, okay. Push into the heels. I'd like you to squeeze the block in with the shins, and then push the foot, lift your toes, hold on to your chair, push forward back. Now, I'm going to move because of my push. You shouldn't, because you're on the mat, which is why we put the chairs on the mat. I'm too lazy on this. Can you find the calves engaged? Feel the ankles? Okay, you definitely feel the thing. See if you can reach your toes long. Can you get that pinky toe to even move? And then release. Okay, we're going to do that one more time. Take a little bit of a break. Shake if you need to. You're hugging this in, okay? What that does, go ahead and release the hug. The block might fall. Can you feel where the weight is on your feet? It's kind of on the outside edge. This is what this teaches us, because guess what? We've got a whole foot. Do you wear out the outside heel of your shoe? That's because we're treading unevenly. What's going to happen to the body if I'm walking like this all the time? I may not know that I'm walking like this. I may not feel any pain, but take a look at the knee in relation to that, and then think about the hip. And then think about the opposite side having to adapt to that shift in gait. Oh, this is a huge thing. So bring that block, squeeze that in, and notice, can you feel the ball of the inside of the foot and the toe? So that's all this, that's what we're doing. Can I feel that? Can I consistently make that shift when I'm walking or I'm in too much a hurry to get somewhere or to get it done? Does that make sense? That's to me what the body is all about, discovering. And we're going to keep discovering. You know, it's not all right. So push down and forward now with your feet. You can hold on to here so that you're not moving. Again, I would move if I really pushed hard, but reach your toes. Find them lift. Notice what happens in your ankles when you just try to lift your toes, not your heels, but your toes, and stretch them long. And then release. Go ahead and just put the block down. Sit up tall. Let's do the same thing with our hands. Okay, just hold them up. No stretch. They're just up. Okay, squeeze them together. And then take them wide. And then make a fist. And take them wide. Stretch them in. Stretch them out. Hug them in. Look at what these things can do. Their dexterity is what helps us do. When we roll through those fingers, I love the pinky in is like a piece of cake. Try the other way around. Try to go forefinger, third finger, fourth finger. Yeah, it's just a different thing. And notice the muscle use. Pause, shake it out. Okay, bring it back up. Start with this way. And I want you to notice what muscles, tell me what muscles you feel working in your body. Can you feel this on the outside? And your wrist. Okay, now, drop them, shake them out. Lift them back up. Start with this one. You see the inside, we'll do that. Isn't that amazing? That's what our body is all about. Okay, do we get habitually into something that's, I'm not saying you've got to go around now and do this, because that's awkward, isn't it? You kind of get, once you get it, you kind of get it, and release. Feel that forearm that we've worked, right? Yeah. So when we habitually do the same movement without taking time to, what am I doing? What is my body doing when I'm doing this walk? And so one of the things I found with my hip was I have got, and I haven't had it measured, but I'm pretty darn sure that I've got one leg that's shorter than another, just a tad. And when I walk, this leg locks back all the time. When I stand, this one locks. But when I walk, this one locks. And I'm pretty sure that it's this one that's shorter. The lock makes me a little taller. But when I stand, so I'll do all this. This is kind of fun stuff to do, by the way. You can just use a mirror. Okay, if I stand, for any length of time, this is what happened. Can you see what just happened? So on this left leg, I've locked it back. I've shifted into this hip, okay? And I think that's because it's shorter. Even though it makes me go over here, the lock back makes my leg a little bit longer so that I can stand with my hips square. I think I've done that. So when I'm walking, this one is like moving, but this one has to lock back And I feel, that's where I feel it. As I lock back, there's a shooting pain up into the hip. And I'm like, I went how many years without ever noticing? And I'm not saying this to make you feel like, well, I'm a slug. I don't pay attention to my body. Whoever taught us to? Whoever even suggested it until now, right? Okay. So, we'll do a couple more. Let's do a couple more. Let's find our low back. Okay. Grab a block because this will make it easier. Put the block as high on your thighs as you can get it. Okay. You might have belly. Okay. I definitely do, you know. And if you want to, you can actually, I do this on the floor all the time. Lift it up and over. Just lift it up and over. Okay. And then take and just round over the block. Let everything that can hit the block hit the block. Your belly, your rib cage, your chest. Tuck your chin and just let gravity pull you a little longer. Where do you feel it? Okay, that's a question.
Low back.
Low back, is it upper back? Okay. So I want you to go down and find kind of where your tailbone is. You come up about 5 vertebrae. That's the sacrum, the top of the hip bone. That's the solid piece. Right on top of that is the L5, the lumbar 5 vertebrae. There is so much range of motion there, right in that place. Almost all low back injuries are 3-4. So you go up to a 3 and a 4. Or a 4 and a 3 and a 2 and a 1. And when you get to the 1, you've got a couple of teeth, thoracics, and they hook into the ribs. So right now with this block, with our bodies, bend over something, letting gravity take them from about maybe T12, T11, maybe even T10, down through the L5. Is getting this massive stretch. See if you can pull your belly away from the block. So as you pull the belly away from the block, did that increase your stretch in your low back? Yes. So what's going to happen if I use my core, my abdominal core, to pull back? Now go ahead and plant hands on the thighs. Roll up slowly, just one vertebrae at a time. That can be pretty intense, and it's hard to breathe sometimes, so you'll notice maybe I need a couple of deep breaths. Okay. So when I round through here and then pull back through here, I'm increasing the stretch and increasing the contraction, or decreasing the contraction, right? Yeah? Okay. So what does it feel like when you come up out of that deep stretch? Does the low back feel looser and a little warmer? Okay. Is that a good thing? Is that a feeling you like? I mean, mine feels better.
Yes.
My back is kind of like, ooh, is yours better or not?
Yeah, I can just tell for my injuries, though.
Yeah.
It feels good to rub it a bit.
Yeah, rubbing is always good. So, why wouldn't you do this every day if your low back hurts? Right? So, I know I'm being very meticulous through this. We don't need to find. We've done the neck, we've done arms, we've done our legs, we've done our back. Okay. Do you have time in your day? That took us 5 minutes to just up over the block and breathe. Do you have time in your day to do that? Will you make time? Total different question, right? Okay. So as we do this work, close your eyes. The inhale is I am worth. The exhale is this work. Inhale. I am worth. Exhale. This work. You are worth it. Your life is worth it. Your body is worth it. You're making the time. And I'm not saying you have to do my work. Find what works for you. You're worth it. okay? I know, that took a whole half hour, but we had some amazing, you guys, you really felt the different things, okay? But we also warmed up some. So go ahead and go wide. Okay. Push into the heels, right? We've done that. Push down and you're going that way. Notice that all this comes in. I want you to feel your tailbone tuck and let it tuck. Yeah, so when the tailbone tucks, we actually lengthen that muscle there, even though we're bent over or we're bent. It still provides. Push down to the heels. They're trying to move forward. They're stuck. Now do the opposite. Pull the heels in and up, and notice what happens to the tailbone. Just automatically comes. Exaggerate it and go a little bit forward. Okay, we don't want to walk around like this, okay? But we want the range of motion to be able to do here to here. So come in and out, be gentle. Your feet are still working. You're gonna be working. You'll feel your ankles and your calves engage. Come all the way up, pushing the heels down and forward. Come all the way over. Let yourself, it's not a sink, because sinking means you're not doing anything. You're still pushing into your feet, but let your body just move as far forward as you can. Don't stop. If you get to a place that's like, oh, but I don't know if I can come to your forearms, maybe you can come, all the way forward, creating that space. And then come all the way back up. Use your hands on your thighs. Come all the way through here, and then can anybody feel this muscle working? Okay, it's the adductors as well as part of the hip flexors. Come all the way up, take a deep inhale. We're gonna come all the way forward. Come to where you can, push into your heels. Come to where you can, let your knees go wide. Let yourself come, Maybe you can put hands on the floor and round and tuck your chin. And then come back up the same way you went down, very gently and slowly. Put the hands on your thighs. Come all the way up. I don't know about you, but these are on fire. Tuck and breathe. And then come up and release. Find windshield wipers in your chair. Just, that internal rotation after I've done an extensive outer rotation. You feel that? Was that too intense? Okay. And then come back in, okay? Let's do one more, just a couple of twists, and then we're gonna stand. We're gonna do probably we usually do about 5 minutes of standing stuff. I'd like to increase that. That's gonna help with our balance, but it's also gonna strengthen our core, okay? So I'm kind of changing a little bit. I want to make sure that you have all the tools that you can move at home safely, right? And so we'll do some of this, just pay attention to how do I make this muscle turn on? How do I turn that on? That is one of the gifts of yoga. Tai Chi is one. Anything that requires this slow, consistent, aware of what I'm doing type poses, type work is very good for all the intrinsic values. Now, if you want to go do something fast, you still have to do the fast work, okay? But this is just, to me, it's ibuprofen mixed with hot room, mixed with just moving and breathing, right? Paying attention. So it's kind of like that for me, okay? So, twisting, inhale, let's take the arms up. Go ahead and take this hand to here. Remember, you're not pulling the knee in, the legs pushing, hand down, shoulder on the back, just revolve. Use your hand on the back of the chair, use the hand on the thigh, and then try to just take the rib cage and move it. Is that still okay on your cracked rib, Larry? Does that hurt at all? Okay. That's sweet. Isn't it amazing? The body heals.
I'm tough.
You are tough, but the body also heals. Go ahead, and Would you push and pull and reach and ring and breathe and then just wiggle to the twist? Yeah. I don't know about you, but when I do a little bit of a tuck of the tailbone, ooh, the stretch in the low back goes down into the sacrum. I get across the top of the sacrum. And then gently release. Just wiggle. I don't know about you, but that's just one of my favorite things. That ring out motion. And we often will do it on the floor in yoga at the end of class. Go ahead and come up. Take it over to the other side. Shoulder up and on the back. Hold firmly. And then just twist. Use your hand on the chair to push against the chair to help the rib cage. Can you literally feel just the rib cage give and move? Take some deep breaths. Inhale up strong. And then wiggle. Find a little tuck of the tailbone. We want our body to be able to move in all the directions. One of the things the body does is it strengthens, the muscles strengthen when we move them. Hold, release, come back. Can you just feel your sacrum and your low back? It's just some of the best stuff you can do. Go ahead and bring the arms. Yep, we'll get there. Shoulders. Backstroke. I did not do any backstroke yesterday, swimming across the lake. I did this one, and I felt well. We went with the grandkids up to paddleboard at Timberford, and go ahead and come back again. Now this time, go back and hold it to where you can there before it drops. You'll feel a stretch along. Okay, if you're not there yet, it's okay. Right? Doesn't matter which arm. Tuck your chin. Pull the shoulders down the back. Feel how that increases the stretch on the front side of the body. Lift the neck. Keep the shoulders pulling down. Lift the chin up. Try to get the triangle from chin to elbow to chest to expand. Just make it go. And then release, come down, shake out. You might have a little tingle and notice that. Okay. Let's do the other side and then we'll do eagle, both arms, both sides. So go ahead and come back in. Find this. Notice that one side, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so strong. Anyway, the older kids took the paddleboards across the lake. Go ahead and stop. Find it, pull it back to where it's like the next movement has to be to drop. You're right there. Feel this armpit stretch. I don't know any other class where you will be asked to feel your armpit stretch.
I do that.
You do that this week? Yeah. Go ahead and tuck your chin and pull the shoulder blades down the back. Oh, that just sends tingles to my fingers. Take a deep breath. Go ahead and come back here. My fingers are tingling. Reach up with the chin. Make this area from the chin to the elbow to the chest just go. Take a breath and release. Shake out. Now, what if we really did take the time? It's probably going to take longer than 5 minutes to run through your body every morning. Okay. I hope I don't feel so boxy because I feel like the thought came you are being so boxy. So enough. So yeah, so they took the paddleboard over and they're jumping off the other side. And I'm like, all these littles that are 5, 6, 7, 8 are like, we want to go on the paddleboards, you know, and they can't go alone.
No.
But all the big kids had the paddleboards. So I swam across the lake, across to Beaufort to get them.
Was it cold?
Sure you
Very freezing. Very. Go ahead and stretch back. Bend your knees and reach. Now reach your head forward as your tailbone goes back. Hug the waistline up. So you're looking straight down. You might be able to drop your heart towards the floor, which is going to let those shoulder blades soften. And then come up, round through the spine, walk your feet closer, and roll. Okay? So we're going to do eagle standing. I want you to be close to your chair so you can be here. I'll be here so that they can see me. I'd like you to stand on the foot closest to the chair. Oh, for you guys, it doesn't matter. Just stand on one foot. Duh. Okay, come to your toes, right? Now, the same arm as leg that is bent is going to come under the other arm. Elbows together as much as you can. You might be here. You might be here, okay? Don't be here. That's a strain on the wrist, okay? So if you can't be, and you might be here. And if you're here, just pull the backs of your hands towards each other, lift the elbows slightly, and then try to move the hands away from the face, and then pull the shoulders down the back. It's one of the best shoulder stretches there is, okay? Go ahead and you're going to do this. Let me turn from the side so you can see it. Pulling elbows towards the waistline. You're up on one toe, right? Come all the way back up. Let your body feel it do this on the standing ankle. Okay? Let that happen. So come down. Maybe you can come a little deeper. Come all the way back up. Pull the shoulders down the back. Move the hands a little bit away from the face. And then bring the hands in. Drop the elbows. And then, okay? Now,
I don't have long enough arms. That's
it's just, it's hard for a lot of people, okay? Second side, okay? So, if you have the option, if this is like, well, Debbie, why, this isn't even any balance to me, okay? You are welcome to release your hand here, but just have it close enough. I don't want anybody going, work, okay? So, hands, same hand as this elbow goes under. So you're on the other side. Okay, hands together, or just that reach. Large-chested women have a struggle with this. It's okay, right? So you're going to lift the elbows, pull the hands away, pull the shoulders down. Let that stretch happen. Take some breaths. And then go ahead and roll towards your belly. You might go lower. Try to be up on your toes. Try to shift your weight from side to side and a little forward and back on that standing leg. Okay. Yeah. And if you find it's like, well, Debbie, I've got that. I don't have. Go ahead and lift a foot. Yeah. You think we just are gonna, yeah. And maybe you play with this and then unwind, come up and stretch, yes. Notice that spine. Notice between your shoulder blades. So we've stretched the armpit and now we've stretched the opposite of the armpit. Go ahead and come up, stretch, lengthen. Plant those hands, stretch back. So this is available on YouTube. If you're like, I don't remember how I stretched this, go back and just fast forward. You don't have to listen to all my chatter. Then those knees reach the hips, reach the crown of the head. And then here, we're going to do our cat-cow. So up and down, bend the knee, up. Here, I'm trying to get my mid-back as high, the high point. Here, I'm trying to touch my head and my tailbone. Here, and here. We did this one last week. We're going to do a couple more here and here. And then pause, just neutral spine. Okay? Take one of the hands on your chair, take it down to either the outside of the calf or the outside of the thigh. Don't go to the knee. Okay? And then I'd like you to bend the elbow on the chair and look underneath it. This is a gravity twist. Okay, breathe. You got it. Tuck your chin, let your head hang if you can. Shake it, no, gently. Nod it, yes. And come all the way up. Walk yourself back in. Okay, twisting. Twisting, right? Go ahead. Inhale those arms up. Grab here, you're going to stretch back. Okay. Bend those knees. Cat cow. Coming round up. Ooh, tight as you can. Tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone. Come back, back of the head, sit bones. Round. Back of the back, head, back of the, whatever, sit bones. Well, one more, up, and come back, reach. That's working the back muscles, guys, stretching the tummy muscles. And then come up, find neutral spine. Opposite hand. So the hand that you did not use before comes down and grabs calf or thigh. Maybe you can do ankle. Bend the arm on the chair and twist underneath. Twist, lift through the elbow. Yes, beautifully done. Finding that twist. If you can see someone, wink at them. And slowly come out. Ooh, come up. How are we doing? Is that too intense of a twist? No? Some of you are not saying. Yeah, now, just here. Notice that, okay? Was that too intense, that twist?
She thinks it is, it's not.
It's not? Okay. Did it bug your knee?
It didn't touch.
Did it bug your shoulder?
It didn't touch. Maybe just a little.
Okay, I'm like, that's not true. All the others I believe. Go ahead and come back. Okay, let's just move, because our bodies love to just move up and down, right? They love to twist. So just come into your down dog that's holding onto the chair, and then you just come up, don't even move the legs forward, hold on to the chair, and just do a slide back bend. And then come back. Stretch it out, bend those knees if you need to. Let the body lengthen. And then come up. You're not tucking your tailbone, but you're pulling your belly in and you're opening through. Come back. Find that stretch. Push into the feet. Can you feel the weight shift to the outside of the foot? Yeah. Try to push the inside down. Feel the hug of the shins in as if they're hugging that block. Notice what it does to the sit bones. They spread wider. Go ahead and come up. Lift like through your pelvic floor like you're pulling on pantyhose. Take it up, open through the heart, let the belly tighten, and then just release and walk close. And notice the heat you've generated. Yeah. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sweaty. What the freak? So moving our body. Okay, do we need to talk about the 3 ways that we release toxins? Skin is the largest organ in the body, and so sweating is one of the very best things you can do. Just say that. A lot of people don't like to sweat. A lot of people don't sweat. Well, they may not be moving. Go ahead, take one hand, hold onto the chair if you need it. Take it to the side. Lift. See if you can bring the elbow up and over. Notice the shoulder loves to go back. Just keep it right there. Put the hand behind the head. Use this elbow to lift you back up and over. Remember how July was core and twisting? Feel that. Okay. Okay, turn if you need to. Other side, other hand. Come up and over. Reach, stretch, find this. You could even push into the chair because you're going to get something to move, and I think it'll be right in here. As you push in, you'll feel a little bit more length. Notice if the shoulder's gone back, pull it forward so it's just right over, hand behind the head, find the elbow, reach, and then bring it all the way up. So is that a strain on the low back at all?
Not if I remember holding my head.
Okay. Now, I want you to just close your eyes. How do you feel, can you remember start of class and this? Do you remember? Go ahead and just take your neck to the side. You might still have some tightness. Go ahead and just wiggle your rear end like you're doing the hula. Go both directions. Notice the ease that now is in this rib cage because of the movement you've done. Inhale, I am worth doing the work. You are. That is the truth. Can we make this be as important today as eating? They're both necessary. Inhale, sweep those arms. Exhale, fold it in and down. Inhale, cat-cow once. Inhale, come to a neutral spine. Okay? Go ahead and lift one arm straight forward. And then take that hand, take the twist, bend the elbow. Inhale, hold. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, come out. Hand comes back. Go ahead and walk all the way in. Inhale up. Exhale, pause. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, find a little bend in the knees, stretch. Inhale, there's a cat-cow in here. Move through the cat-cow and then find your neutral spine. Other hand reaches straight out. Inhale here on the exhale, bend the elbow, hold on, find your twist. We've already been here. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, come all the way back, hold on to the chair, walk forward. Shake it out. Okay. So once we get our body to a place where it feels where it needs to go, then all of a sudden, it's like we can actually move it faster in those moves that we've practiced. It doesn't mean we'll be as fast when we do some other things. There might be some other training that we're doing, but that's what we're doing to our body. We're kind of training it to, I really would like you to feel open. And the only way to open this is to make this longer. The only safe way to open it is to make this longer with this one engaged. Because we can way overdo without the muscle engagement, okay? All right, come back to your, let's come to the floor. We didn't even use the balls, but that's okay. Come on to the floor. I'm going to turn these lights. I think they put new bulbs in because it is bright. It seems bright, doesn't it? It is bright. So come on to your backs. Make sure you've got your head on a blanket, right? Your neck. You know how that is supposed to look. There you go, that's perfect. No, that's too much.
Right? Yeah.
No, more right, more off.
Wow.
There you go. Okay. I'll move it nice and easy, like there you go. There you go. What's that?
Yeah.
Good. And bend the knees, windshield wipers. So one of the things we want to make sure and do is to support that head and neck in its neutral position. That's what we're looking for. So if your chin is tucking toward the chest, that is an extension of the back of the spine. That is why a little bit of a roll in the blanket right underneath your neck is beneficial because we want the spine relaxed. Windshield wipers is just moving side to side. If getting down on your back is really, really difficult, you can do this in a chair. It's not quite the same, but that's okay. So please just move the legs side to side. If you're in an armchair, move to a chair without arms.
Go ahead, and the next time your legs are to the left, push into the right foot. Push in the floor, and you'll feel the right hip kind of lift. Yeah, if you do that, and then push into the whole foot, you'll actually feel a stretch in that quad. We worked that quad today. So just a little stretch on that muscle that's on the top of the thigh. And then slowly release. Go back and forth a couple times. Notice that when we were stretching that quadricep muscle, you might have felt your low back contract. That will happen. Next time your legs are to the left. Is it the left or the right? The right. Okay, just pause, breathe, push into your foot. Okay, push down, see if you can get the whole foot down and lift that left hip up. You'll get a stretch on the quad. Your hip will come off the ground and then gently come all the way back and go side to side. So I'm going to talk through this one, and then I will, I'll show them first and talk you, and then I'll come assist. So you're still on your back. You're going to take the ball, and you're going to put it right underneath the right. I'll get the balls for you. Don't get up. So I'm not right on the spine. I'm off to one side and into, it feels like you're almost in the rear end, the gluteus, the butt cheek. And then I want you to just, with that ball there, I want you to just kind of roll across the ball. This is one of the best things for the low back that can happen. So I wanted to make sure to do that today. Okay, so that ball is, let me pull this shirt down so you can see. The ball is not on the spine, but off to the side. Okay, and it's on the sacrum. All right, let's grab balls. And which side do you want to go first? It's going to go right here. So you're going to kind of lift out the elbow over the side, not on the spine, but off to the side. But it's on, no, here. It's getting that. Oh. Just roll it gently. How's that feel? Do you have your ball? No, she's already doing it.
No, I didn't get it.
Okay, just gonna put it about here.
Right there.
So low back, so hip bone's here, right? Low back is here. Sacrum is here. So it's below the hip, but not right on the spine, off to the side. Okay, and then just roll on that way. It's not going to feel very pleasant. No. That's what I was thinking. Yeah? Okay. So, now, take it out.
Take it out, yes.
Just hold it. Continue side to side. How does that feel? Does that side feel a little looser, a little warmer? Does it feel better? Maybe better is too much of a judgment. Go ahead and put the ball on the other side. You're getting it right on the sacrum. So if I just did this side, I'm going to move it to this side. That SI joint is designed kind of like it's kind of like drawers put together. You want them dovetailed. That joint is meant to just go back like this.
Put your hands on your hip bones and then put an inch or two beneath the hip bones. This is it. We got it in the right place.
Did you use that before? Was it did you use that? Okay.
There is a place right there that's tender. Is that
Okay.
put it?
You can put it right there.
Yeah.
So basically what you're doing with this ball, okay, is this ball is compressing the muscle between the ball and your bone. Okay, between the ball and the bone, This is compressing. And so it's like this most amazing massage, self-massage. Okay? Massage increases blood flow to any given area that is massaged, right? You increase the blood flow, it increases the circulation, it increases the lymph, being able to, lymph has no pump. Movement creates the lymph fluid through our body. What does lymph fluid do? It attacks anything that comes in to lessen our immune system. Do we want a lymph system that is just healthy and flowing and there? We have to move. There are just so many things. Okay, take the ball out and rock side to side.
Debbie, it helps in all kinds of places, that's good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It is good. And I know you have one of these. All of you. You may not know where it is, but that's okay. Oh, go ahead. Just pause. Let's put the bolsters under. Oh, did you see that? That's really nice. They did change the lights. I'm hoping they do that. Yeah, grab a bolster to put underneath your knees. Oh, okay, you've worked. We're gonna let you have a good, it would probably only be about, well, I'm gonna add in. I know he does. And I will bolster. Feel how your chin is a little closer to your chest. Yeah. Just making that adjustment, you know. So guys, when we make these adjustments, we're worth it. Don't just sit in pain or not. We're worth the work. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And I'm going to leave you on your backs or in your chairs. With, again, just kind of a reiteration. You are worth the work it takes. It does not take, it really doesn't, to just get your body moving, feeling good. It doesn't take more than an hour. It used to take less time. It's okay that it takes more time. I'm worth it. You are worth it. Inhale. I am worth. Exhale the work. Don't let this whole week go by without at least once be really feeling worth the work and doing it.